Hello, viewers. Thank you very much, and welcome to another episode of Know Your Candidate. Today, we are blessed and we are in a studio with a gentleman who believes he has 3 points or 3 plans to bring a new generation of leadership to Rochester. Please help me in welcoming Jose Pio. Jose, how are you?
Very good. Yourself?
Great.
Thanks for having me, George.
Really appreciate you honoring our invitation. Who is Jose Pio?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm Rochester is what I am. I feel as though I am the voice for the communities. I feel as though I've been fully active in the community so that I can earn the right to be the voice of the community. But other than that, I'm a U.S. Army veteran. I'm a marketing specialist. You know, I see everything you have here, which is beautiful. It makes my heart warm to see all this because this is right down my aisle right here with your marketing. This is exactly what this is. So, you know, who I am is I'm just a community leader. I make sure that I am active in my community. I do as much as I can. I run the clean sweep in my area. I've run my own different nonprofits. I've helped other nonprofits with these schools. I like to go back to the Bible and say I'm a servant leader.
Great to know that. Well, you have 3 plans.
Yes.
To bring a new generation to Rochester.
That's right.
So, what is your first plan?
Well, number 1 is community empowerment. You know, I'm vice president of Charlotte Community Association. I attend the Maplewood Association meetings. I'm on the board for nuisance abatement point system. So I really believe that we need to empower the community, give them the resources that they want and they deserve for them to handle their own community because they know what's right for their community. You know, they know what's best for themselves, and I want to give them the capabilities to do what's right for themselves. Instead of dictating what the communities should do, give them the power to just do it themselves. You know, say, hey, what is it that you need from me as a city council member, and let me just give you the resources that you need.
Well, so with the community empowerment, do you have a specific plan in place where you're going to do to achieve this?
The biggest thing is just listening. You know, listening to people, listening to the community associations, as well as just, you know, when I'm going door to door knocking on them and I'm listening to people and all the issues that they're facing, they just want someone to listen to them and have empathy with what they're going through. And that's my big thing, is making sure that I am their ear so that I can become their voice.
Great. Well, I would like to know, or my listeners would like to know, some of the issues that are bothering our community. Can you share with us one of the problems that you think the community members said that you think your plans will be able to resolve this?
Absolutely. One of the main concerns is that a lot of these kids are leaving high school to go into the street life, you know, and the sad part is we're not giving them the opportunity to succeed unless they're going to college. If they're going to college, you have an abundance of things that we can help you with. But if you're not going to college, what do we do to help you succeed in life without that college degree? So really, I would like to bring the businesses involved with the schools so they can teach them trades, teach them traits, teach them marketable items so they can go into the workplace and earn some money straight out of high school. You know, during high school, learn the trades, and when they get out of high school, they can go right into it, or, you know, get into one of the trades. You know, those trades are amazing jobs. We're talking about plumbing, we're talking about electrical work, we're talking about roofing. My older brother does roofing, and it amazes me how quickly he has gone up from that.
I met a gentleman a couple of weeks ago, and he said he does roofing,
Yep.
and there's a lot of money.
There's a lot of money in roofing because it's hard labor. That's the thing. You got to be able to wake up in the morning and work hard, but you will get paid accordingly. You really will. And I think that I believe that if we give them, our children, our future, the capability to really create the life that they want, that can happen. I mean, they can create this right here. This is beautiful right here, but they just don't see it. They don't recognize it, you know, and we got to give them the vision. And what we really need is to get the businesses involved with the schools so that it can show them the vision. Because without that, they're not going to understand. They don't know how to operate a business, you know, professionally. They don't know how to operate these cameras professionally, the audio equipment professionally. They don't know it unless we show them.
We show them. That's a great point. Well, I believe that is also going to help, the economy in terms of jobs.
Absolutely.
Create more jobs, and they will come out from school without having to chase jobs.
Exactly. They already have the skills to do the job. And they can go out and open their own business if they want as well. You know, once they got the on-the-job training and they've done it for a year or two, and then at some point they can say, you know what, I can start my own company. I can hire my own people, and that way I can be the boss. And that's huge. That is a game changer for the city.
Great. So this in terms of business. Your second point is small business growth.
Absolutely.
How are you going to make sure the small businesses in our city get the push they need to grow?
Well, the thing is, I've helped businesses with growing from nothing to something. You know, that in terms of marketing, in terms of showing them a business plan, showing them how to get from where they are right now, which is an idea, and turning it into something. I've been there. I've done it myself. I've had up to 3 locations for a Boost mobile store as well. So I've done it, and I'm able to show people how to do it. So without that mentality, without that understanding of small business ownership, how are you going to teach others? So I want to make sure that I take the knowledge that I have gained over the years. And many people look at me and think I'm pretty young, right? I've been through quite a bit. You know, like I said, I've had my 3 locations, 3 stores. And that's a lot to say for someone at that time. I was 25, 27, somewhere around there. And I can take my knowledge of what I went through and the obstacles and the issues that I had to face owning stores in the city and show others how to grow from there, how to take their business to the next level, or how to start a business. And that's really, that's a key to growth in our city, is building from within, instead of giving all these tax breaks to these big corporations that come in. But how many times do you see Rite Aids closing down now? How many times do you see Walgreens closing down now? Yet we have a corner store opening up every month. You know, that's what the community wants, is that they want the smaller stores. They want that intimacy between them and the business owner who's behind that desk. So that's the key to changing the path that Rochester is going on.
Well, I would like to read from what you've written here. It said,
absolutely,
partner with business owners to provide job training and opportunity for teens and young adults. Do you have the plan laid out?
Well, that's the thing. I have it. I understand it, so I know how to do it. It's really just going to get to the point where what businesses would actually participate in that. And it's really going to be, I've got a lot of electrical company friends that are, and the hardwood floor plan are friends. They own these small businesses and they can't find the help that they need. And I'm telling them, you know what, when I go on city council, I'm going to come back and talk to you, because we're going to show these high schoolers how to do these jobs, so that they could maybe work after school, or when they're done with school, or during the summertime. So it's really about the small businesses. And I have a really good understanding of who owns where, owns what, and getting them involved and say, look, you want the employees, you tell me you want these employees, let's create them. Let's give you employees that have the skills already because you taught them in the high school. You know, and that's going to be key. That's going to be huge. So that'll help them to build their business, and it'll help to build the small business ownership in Rochester altogether.
Okay. With the third point, I believe every person in Rochester will like that. You said for people to own their homes.
Exactly.
How are you going to do that?
Well, the big thing in Rochester is that we have all these zombie homes. We have all these empty, vacant lots. In the Northwest alone, we have almost 500 empty homes. Now, those homes could really be converted into first-time home buyer programs for these people who want to buy these $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 homes and renovate them a little, put a little bit of elbow grease into them, get a renovation grant. These are things that these houses, they just need a little love. And there's a lot of people in our city who want to buy a house, but don't know how to, or don't have the funds to. And this is what I do every single day. I'm a mortgage loan officer. So I help people with buying homes. I help them with getting the grants that they need. So I understand what it's going to take these zombie homes and the empty homes that are being converted into drug dens and prostitution homes, taking them from being a burden to society and converting them into these beautiful homes that someone will grow with their family in. And that's going to be a huge thing for my candidacy right there.
Well, you mentioned about drugs and prostitution. Or do you have plans to help eliminate this in your district?
Absolutely. I think that everyone's going after the symptoms instead of going after the root cause. Now, the symptom is drug use, prostitution. Those are symptoms. That is not the issue that we should be facing. Usually when you see that, the first thing you think of is take them to jail, put them in jail, arrest them. You know, that's what a lot of people in the community, that's what I hear. And in the back of my head, I'm saying that's not going to help them though. Putting them in jail makes it worse, because then they're going to have to go back and sell even more drugs to pay for the night in jail that they just spent. And so when you increase home ownership, when you get the small businesses involved with schools, it shows a different life that can be had in our city. It shows that you can own a business. It shows that you can really raise a family in a stable environment. And when you raise a family in a stable environment where you own the home, that increases graduation rates like crazy. So I don't want to attack the symptoms of the situation. I want to attack the root cause. The root cause is not enough jobs, not enough businesses being brought in from the inside of our communities out, and really making sure that we give our families a stable home environment. And those things will create a ripple effect around it to where you don't need to go sell drugs because you're making $40 an hour putting roofs on buildings. You know, you don't have to go to prostitution because you know how to own your own business and have these floors sanded and waxed and charging whatever you want, because no one knows how to do it. I have no idea how to do it, but I know people that do know how to do it, and I have to pay them. Well, guess what? You can do that. I can pay you to do it. You just go learn to do it while you're in high school, open your own business, and become a homeowner. There's steps to life, and those steps are very important to building the city that we want.
Great. Well, you're in the Northwest District, right?
In the Northwest, exactly.
How many candidates are you there running for this position? How many candidates are running for this position?
There are 3 Democrats and 1 working family.
Okay. Why should the voters vote for you?
That's a really good question. I appreciate that question. Number 1, born and raised right here in the city of Rochester. That's huge because I feel as though I know where we have been, I know where we are now, and I know where we can go. You know, I have the love for my city. I have this internal duty to do as much as I can for the city because this is where I'm from. Not taken away from anyone else that's running, that they don't love our city as well. But if we talk about where their core beliefs and their love come from, it comes from somewhere else other than growing up in the city. Number 2, I have the community leadership already in place. I'm the vice president of the Charlotte Community Association. I'm the only one that's in a leadership role in their community. How will you vote for someone to be on city council and they're not a leader in their community? That right there is like the number 1 thing I would look for in a candidate. Are they trustworthy? Are they doing the work already? Do they really care about my city? And what are they going to do to make it better? And I believe I hit all of those wants that I would want in a candidate. And that's why I'm running, because I don't see that in anyone else. I don't see that hunger and that drive and that dedication in anyone else. And I believe that the city really just, we're getting to the point where we're demanding difference. We're demanding something different because we know what Rochester can become. We know what it can become. We're starting to demand it from our elected candidates as well. And I hope you demand it as well. And I hope you demand it as well because we deserve it. We deserve it.
Great. Well, you've said a lot about all the 3 plans you have in place. On 25th of June.
Yes. Big day.
Big day. What message do you have for your voters?
Your voice is your vote. You have to vote. You cannot go on Facebook and complain about things. You have to take action, show up, and vote. For the most part, around 1,500 people actually vote in the primary. 1,500 people in the Northwest. We have thousands, tens of thousands of people that live in the Northwest who are registered to vote. That is a very small portion of our population who actually shows up and their voices are heard. So if you are not happy with your candidates, if you are unhappy with where the city is going, June 25th, you show up and vote. So I want to hear from the public. I want to listen to what you have to say because there might be something out there that I've never heard of before. Or there might be an issue that I don't personally face, but you might face. And that means something to me. I want to make sure that you have a voice, but you also make sure you have an ear, an open ear at all times. Simple as that.
Thank you very much, Jose. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Well, viewers, thank you very much for watching, and it's a great honor for you to watch the video up to this point. You heard everything that Jose said. Please share this video, and if there's anything that we have to do to improve this program, let us know. Thank you, and join you next time.